What's up, guys? NJ Slot Guy here, representing SlotsFan.com, and I have two fantastic gentlemen with me in the Jackpot Gents. If you do not know who they are, you have to go check them out. They have a lot of good stories to tell me. 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. Is that correct, guys? 200,000, correct?
I think we're up to 203 now, but yeah, close enough.
203. Matt and Steve, thank you for joining me so much. And Steve, you have a big time history in this game, kind of. I know this has been sort of a slot community thing, but you guys are a huge part of the community to most creators, and especially to me, from watching those videos from 10 years ago that have now been brought down to, it says about a year ago, and I thought I was going crazy for a second. So you guys are legends. I want you both to know that. You guys are very important to the community. And I want everybody, including your audience, to know a little bit more about you, get to know you a little bit. And we're going to have some fun here today. You boys ready to rock?
Sure.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So, Steve and Matt, now tell me how this all started. I know, Steve, this all started with you and the American Casino Guide. People, please check that out. You have books, multiple books, or just one? You can't just
started back in 1992. I started doing a guide to casinos in the United States. Started out as a little small pamphlet, and then I kept doing that for 28 years, and turned into a book. It's called the American Casino Guide book, and it was divided into three parts. The front part told you how to play the games. The middle part had information on where all the casinos were in the United States. It had maps. And then the last part of the book had coupons. We had over 150 coupons that you could use at the casinos, like 2-for-1 buffets, match plays, 2-for-1 show tickets, betting bonuses, all sorts of stuff. And I've been doing that for 28 years. And Matt came along, my son, about
20 years ago now.
the 18th year. And he helped with the book. He was the associate editor and helped put it together. And everything was fine until COVID came along. COVID came along. All the casinos shut down in the United States. And when they reopened, we did our best to resurrect the book. A lot of people bought the book for the coupons in the back. So and when the casinos opened, they had no more buffets, so we couldn't get. So there were a lot of coupons we couldn't get anymore, and we decided to stop doing the book. But we still have the website, AmericanCasinoGuidebook.com,
and we have the app.
And we have an app. You can download the app. It's free on the App Store or Google Play Store, American Casino Guide. And we've sort of branched out because I'm getting old and want to retire. So Matt wanted, we're trying to figure out what Matt can do to help take over the business and what direction he wanted to put it in. So I'll let you take over from there, Matt.
Yeah, Matt, let's hear it.
Well, so the YouTube channel started, I want to say it was like 2009 or 2010. You put out that first video, and it was slot machines, how they win and how to work. Because my dad saw some video from some guy he had no idea what the hell he was talking about. He had some like antique slot machine and was saying there's this key you can turn and then it makes you win and all this stuff, and it was all terrible information. So my dad put out a first video to combat that. And it was weird. The guy had that was one video, and then he had videos like hunting ghosts and like all sorts of crazy stuff. He wasn't even like centered about casinos. So he put out that video, and I think he did like the first 3 with one of his friends that had a video production company helped him out. And then I started helping with those videos. We started putting out more and more, and then it was an educational channel. And then I had the not so brilliant idea to convert the channel to a live play casino channel because I figured, if you can't beat them, join them, because that was when all the first few big ones were out, Brian Christopher and the big Jackpot and all those guys. And then we did that. And it's when we did that, I was thinking that, we would still be getting views on all the old educational videos, but the YouTube algorithm had other plans. and stopped showing all the old videos. So occasionally we would re-release them, and that's probably why you saw the timestamp from about a year ago instead of the 10 or 15 years ago or whatever it was when that first video came out.
But we did resurrect the American Casino Guide YouTube channel. So now we have the two channels. We have the Jackpot Gents, where we go in, we release a video every day of us playing video poker. When we started, we played slot machines and we didn't like it. We try and encourage people to play video poker because it's a much better game. Tell them to get away from slot machines. Your money will last longer. So we have that website, thejackpotgents.com, a new video every day of us playing video poker. And the thing about ours that's a little different is at the end of the video, we tell you how we have been doing for the year. We give you the numbers, whether we're up or down. And this year we were down at one point, we were down over $20,000. And then we got lucky. We got a $12,000 that we got one hand for $12,000. And we got another hand where we were dealt the royal flush on 10 play for $10,000. So that was $22,000. So that got us up. And then Matt went on we both had a little bit of a winning streak, but Matt went on a big winning streak. And then we were up $20,000 for the year. And now it's starting to go down. But we must say that we did this last year, and because I know all these slot channels, they lose money. You see Vegas Matt, I saw one the other day where he was at a Lamborghini dealer. He said, I lost so much money. I could have bought this Lamborghini. We have actually made money. We're ahead for 2 years now. So that's one of the things we try and encourage people to do is play better games, learn how to be a better gambler. And if you're playing video poker, your house edge over you is only around, maybe depending on the pay table, maybe 2 to 3%. So it's much easier if you get lucky to overcome the house edge and come out ahead. If you're playing slots, you're probably about a 10 to 12% house edge. So it's 4 times higher. So that's part of what we try and encourage people to do. So we have that website, and we also have American Casino Guide book. What is the name of our YouTube channel? It's just American.
Yeah, it's American Casino Guide book.
No, that's correct. Yeah, it has a book on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have so we're trying to do educational videos on the American Casino Guide YouTube channel to continue to show people how to be smarter gamblers. And whether it's table games or machines or slots, video poker, whatever, we put videos out there. And the other channel, the Jackpot Gents, is us playing in casinos.
That's it. You got it all covered. And with video poker, because I decided to try it one day. And oh my goodness, the comments were wild, like about what you have to hold and what you should hold and stuff like that. And realize how much went into that. And it does seem like you guys haven't figured out in a better way to let your bankroll last and to play the better games. If you're in a casino, you're providing us with education and information that you really even now you really can't find that kind of stuff anymore. You should be able to. It's 2024, and your video still rings true from over a decade ago. Educational purpose wise, you really were trying to get us away from slot machines. So you think we would have listened and said, let's do video poker instead. We're recording in the casino, but you guys absolutely have it covered. And because you do it in such an educational way, you're still having fun. You show that on the Jackpot Gents, which is good. The father and son team is an awesome thing. I wish I had done something to get my father involved with this. He's the reason, I was going to the casino from the time I was a kid. And I wish I had him next to me to do that, and bring him and travel and do all that stuff. So that's cool that you guys have that duo too. You have a lot of, unique things about what you guys have going on, and you're absolutely crushing it. It's not like you're some channel that has to fight this YouTube algorithm now, which is now like
we're still fighting it. We're still fighting it.
We're fighting it in a different way now as creators that have been in the space. Like my numbers, I see my numbers, I go, I rose so quick to 50,000. What the hell's going on now? And it's like for a newer channel that has just come in, let's say over the past 6 months to a year, they're like, you have 50,000. Oh my goodness. Because of how hard it is to get to that point now with all these channels, there's just over 1,000, something like that. It is a lot harder to get to the point where we are, currently at. And, I didn't take time to appreciate that and realize, oh my God, man, we got to keep up with the times. It's not easy. Matt, tell us all about that YouTube algorithm and how hard it makes your daily life.
One thing I wanted to circle back to before that was one of the reasons that we started keeping track of how we were doing is I believe as a whole, the industry's gotten better. But when it first came out, most of these slot channels, they were only posting their wins. They weren't posting losing videos. But that's what we do. We post all our videos, win or lose. And, we'd get people reaching out to us, or we'd see comments online where people are like, oh my God, I want to be a slot influencer. Look, all they do is win money, and then they get paid by YouTube on top of it. And, we had to, anytime somebody said that to us or, commented it on one of our videos, we'd be like, oh, hold on, wait a second. Cause that it ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
No, Matt, I can absolutely relate to that. Luckily, my loyal audience that is still here are the ones that have always appreciated the fact that I show every single loss. I have not recorded a video on my phone that was a loss and haven't shared it. I shared it all the time. I tell people if I have 1,300, I think it's like 1,300 videos now, 1,000 of them, maybe more, are losing videos. Has it hurt the growth? Probably, because I wasn't posting out jackpots. I got back in the day a lot of those comments of what the hell, what am I doing? What am I watching you for? Why am I going to watch you lose? I'm like, I'm showing you the reality of gambling. Yep. I will tell you to take your money and drive right past the casino, go get yourself something nice to eat, come back home, sit down, turn on the TV, and I'll be right there playing your favorite machines at a high limit level, and you can watch me lose, and maybe it'll make you stay put and stay home and hold on to your own money. That was the thought process that I ran with, and I'm still going with, is I'm going to show you the absolute abuse that I deal with. It's not all, like you said, roses and candy. I use two different ones there. And the people need to know that, because, it doesn't take a lot to realize that you're playing against a house. These slot machines exist for a reason. People, like, come on, let's realize that this is just an entertainment form. Nobody's making money doing this. Let's stop it. However, being an influencer, we can also influence people the wrong way. People who have the wrong state of mind to go, I can do that. I'm going to go play $50 a hand. No, you're not.
Well, as they say, casinos aren't built on winners,
Right. They wouldn't exist, right? If any of us had it figured out, we wouldn't, I'm pretty sure, be doing this. Yeah, right? We'd be off on an island somewhere, not sharing the secret, but now we're in a bond here. So if you guys do ever figure it out, you got to tell me. I promise I won't tell anybody. We'll live on an island, whatever it may be. We'll play video poker. We get all kinds of video poker. I love video poker. I do. It's the one thing that I can relax doing. I could sit at the bar, right? Can't do that at the bar where it's right in front of me, and just sit there and play some old school video poker with all the varieties that are out there. Like, give me the three. What are the three that you should play to the best of your advantage?
Well, we have a website at thejackpotgents.com. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find out what if you like a lot of, now this is where Matt and I have our differences. If you like a lot of volatility, Matt plays very volatile games. Now for me, I'm just happy to play jacks or better. It's a simple strategy.
It's also the most basic.
But that's the one I like. That's the one I like choosing. I like going basic. I want to get paid more for my two pair. That was always my thought process, Steve. So was that the right thought process here? Am I doing good?
I'm happy with getting paid for two pair. Well, you're going to get even money on doubles, but in jacks or better, you get twice as much. But but if you go to our website, thejackpotgents.com, first place to look is in the pay tables. So because the payback percentage on a video poker machine, you can tell what the machine is programmed to pay back. You never know what it is in a slot machine, but you can walk up to a video poker machine and say, oh, this machine pays at 99.5654%. This is 9-6 jacks or better. And you have the ability to go into a casino and walk around the casino and look at these pay tables and look for the best paying machines. Now, once you know you've found the best paying machines, then there's a strategy for playing them. And like in blackjack, where there's always one mathematically correct way to play your hand, it's similar in video poker. So there is a strategy that you should follow. Now, we also, on our website, thejackpotgents.com, we have the strategy chart section for jacks or better, bonus, double bonus, double bonus, deuces
Triple
wild,
double.
various games. So you have to use the proper strategy. And there have been, there's probably fewer now, but there is a history of professional video poker players. And you can find games that actually are set to return more than 100%. And people say, well, how can a video poker game pay back more than 100%? The casino would lose money on it. And the answer is, video poker is a game of skill, because you have a choice. And the better you are at playing the game, the more skilled you are, the better you will do in the long run. So a casino can put a game out there like the Plaza. We did a short there's a video poker, a double joker game at the Plaza in downtown Las Vegas. It's the highest payback in the United States. Do you remember what it was? It was like 100.8% or something.
Something like that, yeah.
But it's got a complicated strategy. And if you don't know how to play it, you're not going to do well on it. But that's why casinos could put this out there. They could say, oh, come to our casino. We have this game. And it used to be a lot easier to find games with more than 100% payback, especially in northern Nevada or the locals casinos. But they keep disappearing because people are starting to get smarter, realizing that video poker is a better game than slots, and learning to play those games, finding the best games, and using the proper strategies. But as far as which video poker game is best, it depends on you, because like I said, for me, I'm happy to just go to a casino, put in my play, try and earn points, try and get comps, take advantage of the benefits of the Players Club, and just do that on Jacks or Better. Some people find that boring. They want to have the excitement. So they'll play double bonus, double bonus, triple double bonus, deuces wild bonus. And a lot of those games are what Matt likes to play and not what I like to play.
I see, but Matt.
For us, we understand that you got to have some variation. You can't keep showing Jacks or Better. You're going to put people to sleep. So Matt,
being a content creator, of course. So Matt, hit it. What's your go-tos?
So I'll be honest, I never played double or triple double until we started filming. But I sort of realized, because what we're talking about is the volatility. Is Jacks or Better is a game where you're going to have a lot more small wins and a lot less big wins. Like in Jacks or Better, no matter what four of a kind it is, it's going to pay 125 credits, right?
Correct.
One of the games that we film a lot on now is triple double bonus. And triple double bonus pays less for the two pair, which is a common hand. That's what y'all were talking about. On Jacks or Better, two pair pays back 10 credits, which is double because you bet 5 in video poker. And double bonus and up, it only pays back 5 credits, so it's even money. But to make up for that, they raised the payoffs on some of the rarer hands. So in triple double bonus, if you get 4 aces with in the 5th card, the kicker they call it is a 2, 3, or a 4, it pays 4,000 credits. So that's what makes that more exciting. And I enjoy it, but I think the only reason we've been playing that is, like my dad said, you want to find the best game at the casino, and it just so happens that is the best game at one of the 2 casinos in South Florida that we have permission to film at. So I would probably like to be playing a somewhat volatile game like double bonus, or I do enjoy deuces wild bonus as well. But the issue is our viewers all hate deuces wild for some reason. So I try to limit. I would say probably deuces wild bonus is probably my favorite game to play if I had a good pay table and I was not filming.
Good. Well said. And what people don't realize is, as much as we are talking about that 2 pair, that's where the skill is involved that Steve's talking about, because if you get dealt a 2 pair and 2 of those are aces, you're supposed to hold the aces and toss the rest.
Yes, in those games like double and triple double where where the 4 aces pays so much.
Yeah, so that's where everything starts to change, all the numbers.
But then we also play a lot of Ultimate X.
That's what I was just going to say too.
Ultimate X is
strategy changes, which you have to deviate from the regular basic strategy when you get to Ultimate X because of the multipliers involved in the game. So we try and explain that to people when we play it. And Matt seems to think he knows how to play it, but
well, it's an incredibly
sometimes I'm not sure.
complex strategy because an Ultimate X, if you're not familiar with it, it's a bonus feature in video poker where you have to double your bet. And based on the winning hand that you have on this hand, you get a multiplier on the next hand. And the better the hand that you get, the bigger the multiplier. And it goes up to, if you get a full house, you get a 12x multiplier on the next hand. So since you're doubling your bet, you're not really going to make your money back unless you have multipliers. So you want to change your strategy to try and hit some of the bigger hands, like a flush, depending on the game, will either give you a 10 or 11 times multiplier. A straight is 8 times. There might be one game where it's 7. And then your strategy changes. You have to add together you have to get your average multiplier on your screen currently. And then, the strategy changes based on what your average multiplier is on the screen currently. And there's like threshold numbers you have to remember. So while we don't play perfectly, I would say we try to play as perfect as possible, but we're generally always going to be playing, if we're not playing the best hand mathematically, we're going to be picking the second best hand mathematically.
I think that makes you guys pillars of the community, because with a community absolutely flooded with slot channels, it does not take much to pull no disrespect to my peers out there. It does not take a lot to spin a button. It takes a lot to be entertaining, which is what I make my channel. I said, this is for entertainment. You come here for the movie quotes and the laughing and the drinking and whatever, and they hear me say stupid crap. You don't come here to try to learn how to play slot machines, because there's nothing to learn here. I would love to pull you guys for 20 minutes and sit at a video poker machine, Ultimate X, or whatever it is, and have you guys literally telling me what to do. And I guarantee you my fans would love it, because they really want to see me play video poker, just don't know how to play it. The correct way is what I'm saying. I don't want to just go in there and go hold like I think I know what I'm doing. I want to actually play this. I want to show my audience the correct way, to maximize their profits, or to at least let their bankroll last a little bit longer, like you were saying, Steve. I would love to do that.
Well, it seems a little foreign when you first start, but as you go along, you get used to it. But again, the most important thing, even if you don't know the strategies, the important thing is to go and look at the pay tables, because if you take a 9-6 jacks or better machine, which is 9 for a full house, 6 for a flush, when a casino makes a change in one of those two numbers, it lowers the payback percentage by about 1.1%. So in some of the casinos we play, you can find, we used to play 9-6, they've lowered all the pay tables now. The best you can find is 9-5, but in some of them, it's 7-5s. So if you walk around the casino, and the probability of getting a hand is the same on all those machines. So you want to make sure you're getting the highest payback for getting that particular hand. So if it goes from 9-5 to 7-5, where they only pay 7 for a full house, then that machine's paying 2.2% lower. And sometimes you can find machines sitting right next to each other. And people will play the worst machines, and they never bother. They don't know to look at the pay tables. And why would you want to get 9? Why would you want to get 7 coins when you can get 9 coins in the machine next to it? And it's the probability of getting the hand is the same. Nothing else changes. But we used to do that in roulette, because we would talk about single zero roulette and double zero roulette. A lot of people don't know the difference. A lot of people prefer double zero because that's what they've seen all the time. I remember one time going to the old Riviera, which is gone now, and they had a single zero wheel and a double zero wheel in the casino. The single zero wheel, the house edge is 2.7%. Double zero, it's 5.26%. So it's almost double. And there were twice as many people playing on the double zero wheel than there were in the single zero wheel. And I would say, well, that's like going to a buffet. Both lines go to the same buffet. One line, it's $20 to go to the buffet. The other line is $10. That was people, going to pay $20, and they are for $10 because they don't know any better.
That is a great. Now, are there any single zero roulette tables anywhere that you know of?
Oh yeah.
And those are the ones you should.
They're mostly in high limit rooms, though. They're going to be in the high limit rooms at casinos where they do have it. So.
A lot of times what they'll do is, because the casino edge is lower, they'll say the minimum bet is double what the other one was. And if you go to Atlantic City, now there's a good roulette game in Atlantic City, because if you go to the double zero wheel, if you bet any of the even money numbers, odd, even, high, low, red or black, and it comes in green, They only take half your money. That's the only place in the country where they do that. So
I did not know that. I did not know that. That happened to me. I think I was in Pennsylvania, but I was like, everything, that goes on here is weird. They had just opened the casino there, and I remember not getting half my bet back. It only happened one time, and I was like, oh, this is just because it's here. I didn't realize that. So that was only in Atlantic City.
Only in Atlantic City.
So that's what I've been used to growing up. Trust me, guys, it's not all slot machines and that stuff. I'm a craps player by heart. I love playing tables. I love the blackjack probabilities and, doing some counting a little bit here and there. So that's where my heart is. I just can never do it because I'm always recording content. So I love all of the percentages, numbers, and, getting all that information. That's really good stuff. Doubles with a 00. Why the hell would you play it? Mm-hmm. And then you get half it back in AC. But
I used said craps. That's my game of choice too. So if you ever find a casino where we can film craps, you let me know. I'll be on a plane. I'll meet you there tomorrow.
I've been trying to find it, and I'm sure they're very rare and in between. It's very hard. But why can't we get like a group of us, right? If I could say I got 8 people here that are willing to. Can you open this? Just specific table, or maybe can we just pan over it? Like, it is so enjoyable for me, and I love getting all the odds, that go with it. I hated being on the islands or in Pennsylvania, and you can only put a certain amount of odds on the inside numbers. It was driving me crazy, So I love all those odds and statistics and stuff like that. You guys, like I said, you're teaching a community. You are actually influencing, for a better part of it, where the slot machines are like, they're fun. They really are. And you can make it more entertaining than it is. And that's what I really try to provide. And with you guys doing all of the video poker, and obviously you are recording for the video poker, taking all those variations and stuff like that. Do you ever take a break and pop $100 into a slot machine because it might be like your favorite, something along those lines? Or do you just stay away from it completely?
Every once in a while, there's a new slot machine.
Yeah. Right,
Are you familiar with the advantage play machines? There's certain slot machines that have some sort of a banking feature, and if the banking feature is high enough, you have a positive. It's considered a positive state where it has a positive EV. Well, over 100% payback until the state is reset. Sometimes we'll do that. We'll play those, but we do a live stream every Thursday night from the sweepstakes casinos, which I've actually been enjoying that quite a bit. We were trying to find one with video poker. Unfortunately, none of them offer video poker. But I will say those sweepstakes casinos, some of the slot machines they have on there are just so cool. Like they're just the ideas they come up with on these online slots are just great.
Yeah.
And they have very good paybacks.
Yeah. See, now I'm just getting started into it too. And it was something that I looked at, 2 years back. I'm like, get this away from me. I want nothing to do with this. Whereas, now it's taking over. I was just at the summit with Kelly. I couldn't believe all the iGaming space and everything that's going on. And like you said, there's developers that are eventually going to start there and in the iGaming space, developing a game, the mathematics behind it. And probably some company will pull them almost like a draft sort of thing and pull them into making these, the land-based slot machines and stuff like that. I wish my audience and more people would have a little bit more of an open mind to it. Like you said, you find some really cool stuff on there, and a lot of them do actually pay back a lot better. I've never seen more grands in my life than the people that are posting, in my Facebook groups, the grands that they hit on this casino, on that casino. It's all online. It's never in person. So I found that pretty interesting too. Yeah. Definitely.
Let me finish my tangent on the sweepstakes casinos. So that's the cool thing that I like about them a lot is, if you walk into a casino, a land-based casino, and you sit down at a slot machine, you'll never know what it's set to pay back. Almost every single sweepstakes casino that I've gone to, if you go into the help screen of the slot machine that you're playing, it says exactly what the average return to player is. And they're very, very high. I think the lowest I've seen was like 96.2, which is unheard of. You would never find a slot machine set that high in a casino.
Right. What are they usually at, by the way? Average. What are they usually at in the casino?
So we used to keep track of them annually. We don't do that anymore because we don't do the book, but generally it goes by denomination. The lower the denomination, the higher the house edge, because the casinos want to make money, and if you're betting low amounts, they're going to take more. But what is it? It's about 88 to 90%, or 87 to 88% on penny slots.
If you go up the quarter, maybe they return 91%. You go up to dollar, 92, 93%, $5, maybe 94, 95%, $5, $25. Yeah, the higher the denomination. So that information is on our website, AmericanCasinoGuidebook.com. We have a link up in the top, slot payback.
So we don't calculate it anymore, but we have links to all of the state government agencies that keep track of the paybacks from all the casinos, because they, all these casinos, they pay taxes on the amount of money they're making. So they file, it's public information. You can go look at the files, and then you just take the amount of money that they took in, and you divide it by you do the math versus the amount of money that they paid out, and that gives you the payback percentage of their machines for the year.
Everybody needs to go to your website and find out this information, especially all these diehard slot machine players. I mean, not that you're going to get, any kind of, there is no skill, and you're not going to make any profit, but at least maybe you can save your bankroll, at least let it last a little bit longer if you just did a little bit more research and checked out the Jackpot Gents, right?
Yeah. Well, so that's really the thing that we try to push is, you should not be going into a casino expecting to win money.
Never.
You should be looking at it as a form of entertainment. Say that you have a $300 gambling budget, right? You go to the casino. That's how much you have to spend that night. You're not going to sit down at $100 slot machine and spin 3 times and blow through your whole $300 in 30 seconds. Like if you go to a football game or something, like NFL season just started. You go to a football game, it's what, 3-4 hours. You got to pay $100 each for the ticket. You got to pay $20 for a beer. You got to pay probably $10-15 for a hot dog. That 4 hours of entertainment is going to cost you a few $100. It's the same thing as going to a casino. If you have a few $100, you should try and make it last a few hours so that it's like comparable to like going to a football game or something. If you blow through your $300 in 30 seconds, you're not going to have a good time.
Correct. Well said. That's well said. So you guys are full of information and all of this, gambling responsibly stuff, which really needs to be taken, a little bit more serious too, with all these influencers out there, and with most of them sharing only jackpots. People not only, think it's feasible to have a channel, but they also think it's feasible that they'll walk in and do the exact same thing. Like, oh, all I got to do is keep throwing money into this. Eventually it'll hit. Nope. I've done that before. I have had to find that out the hard way, being a creator, of that's not what that means at all. Just because the bonus didn't drop on Wheel of Fortune in 25 spins does not mean it's going to drop in the next 25. That's how these places are built. That's the mindset that builds these places, and not only builds these places, but bankrupts people horribly, and they develop a sickness. And I don't want to see that for anybody, of course. So if they would just follow you guys, and check out your website and with all that stuff, we would be in a lot better place across America, I bet.
Now, mostly the slot stuff we have is on American Casino Guide YouTube channel, where we've interviewed Josh, who works with Brian Christopher. Josh is like one of the best guys we've met that knows so much about slot machines. So Matt has interviewed him about.
I try to interview him.
Things like that.
Yeah, I try to interview him once a month. His name's Josh O'Connell. He used to have a website called knowyourslots.com.
Yeah,
and now he works
I know Josh.
With Flip the Switch. And that guy is, when it comes to slot machines, that guy is brilliant.
Yeah, he's great.
I love it.
He knows everything about slot machines. So yeah, if you want to learn more about gambling, you got to check out our YouTube channel. It's the educational one. It's American Casino Guidebook. We have information on there about craps, slot machines, blackjack, baccarat, all sorts of crazy stuff.
That's good for the community. It really is, guys. Like, and that's why more people need to know this. So I'm hoping that I could push this out, grab my whole entire audience, and say, hey, if you do not know who the Jackpot Gents are, please go check them out and help yourself a little bit. Like, help yourself a little bit when you have the odds stacked against you. Great, verbiage there to use, but that's the truth, And if you're going, most trips aren't a day trip, right? If you're going somewhere, it's a trip, it's a weekend, it's a whatever. So, people stopping there home from work on their way for the 2-3 hours that they have to go. I feel like more of the population is doing, a trip. We're going to Hollywood. We're going for a weekend. You're not going there for, a day. You're not going to Tampa for a day unless you're really just part of that local community. People flying into Vegas, forget it. You're not going there for, 24 hours. You're going there for a week probably, which is a week way too long. But you can't stop people from going to Vegas. However, with Vegas being said, and with you guys, traveling, going all across the country, what has been like your top 3 favorite casinos that you guys visited?
We were going to, we got invited to Yamava a few times. We liked it. That's a huge casino.
Beautiful property.
Beautiful casino. Yeah. So we like Yamava. And Matt, where are you filming when you go to Las Vegas?
I pretty much always film at Resorts World when I go to Vegas now. I used to always film at the Cosmopolitan. The Cosmopolitan, I think, is a great, classy place. If you go to there, it's some of the casinos in Vegas, can be a little tacky. I feel like Cosmopolitan is tactful. It's like tastefully done. And if you like, they have a great cocktail program at the Chandelier Bar. They make some of the best cocktails I've had there personally. Yeah. So if you like to drink while you're at the casinos, you got to check out the Cosmopolitan. But I mean, Resorts World is great too. The thing I like about Resorts World is their machines seem to be all spread out. You're not like packed shoulder
on top
to
of anybody. I agree with you. Yeah, you're right. You're not shoulder to shoulder with anybody. You kind of have your space. I mean, I remember taking over that high limit room right when we were there that night. There was 20 of us. You never felt cramped once, Mm-hmm. And then in the back, if you want to get away, that all the video poker machines are still there in the high limit room. That those couple rows there, right behind the slot machines there off to the right. That's a beautiful high limit room at Resorts World, by the way. Mm-hmm. Beautiful high limit.
But I will say, we're also big creatures of habit, so we sort of find a place we like, and then we just keep going there. We have the if it ain't broke, don't fix it approach. So we don't really have a wide web of places we've gone, but we have a few that we like to stick to. And then, of course, we live in South Florida, so we're right by the Giant Guitar Hotel, the Hard Rock, Summer Hard Rock in Hollywood. And then we've got a few, the local casino that we film at, the casino at Dania Beach. Real tiny place, but we love it because it's non-smoking.
I see the air.
Mm-hmm.
The air makes it.
Got to give them a shout out. Smoke-free casino.
Shout them out. I would love to see that too. I didn't know that the Pompano Beach place existed until we took the ride. I was like, that's pretty cool. Nice little layout. Like there's just a casino like here in the middle of whatever. I'm used to Atlantic City. Everything's big hotels, big rooms, 5,000 rooms, whatever they got. So, it was really cool to have that ambiance. Hollywood's one of the best, casinos across the country. As far as outlay goes, you feel like you're at a resort. You feel like you're in an island. Everything's new. Everything's fresh. It feels like, unless you head over to that older tower over there by the by the food court there. As long as you're on this side, everything is nice and fresh. They were just adding tables, I think, the last time I was there.
And NJ, I got a question for you. Being that you play in Atlantic City, and being that you play slot machines, do you play or have you recorded on Slingo slot machines?
I remember playing a Slingo years ago. I have not played a Slingo machine since I've became a creator.
Are they available in all Atlantic City casinos? That's the only place I ever saw the game.
That's a great question. I can't say I've seen one. You know where I've seen Slingos? Online. Matt,
that's what I was going to say. That's why we started playing it. We started playing it online, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And my dad said that it used to be really big in New Jersey.
I remember it very, very slightly. Do you remember which casinos by any chance? Because now I'm going to pop in next time I'm there, and if I can, I'll take a picture.
I was sort of thinking it was Harrah's, but I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, we haven't been in Atlantic City in over a decade, so.
And who knows what it's changed. I haven't walked into Harrah's in over a decade.
Well, maybe we'll have to go visit NJ, make a special trip.
Oh, and one more thing that I wanted to point out about the casino at Dania Beach, a fun fact. If it wasn't for the casino at Dania Beach, I would not exist because my dad was the marketing director there 30 years ago, and he met my mom there.
Oh, there's more of a story than you can imagine.
Yes.
Well, back then, it was just Highlight. Highlight's a pari-mutuel sport. It's the Basque game where they have the baskets on their hands.
They shoot
They
the
still
ball.
play it there seasonally. It's a 3-month season. It begins in I think November, December, January. So it's that's another great reason. If you come down, you want to go see it, especially if it's in season. The Casino at Dania Beach.
So that's why that's my favorite casino, because if it wasn't for that casino, I wouldn't exist.
There you
How
go.
far is it from Hollywood?
It's 5 minutes
5
from the
minutes.
airport.
You know,
Oh, no way.
4
So
miles.
I've gone past this place 100 times, not even realizing it, probably.
Oh, yeah, you
Well,
gotta do
if you go to the beach, if you drive from the Fort Lauderdale airport down to the Hollywood or the Dania Beach to go to the ocean, you drive right past it.
Get out of here. Next time I'm down in Hollywood, obviously. I'm not going there without texting you guys, obviously. So we could do some,
We'll
meet you
we could
there.
have some fun.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
So we could have some fun. I love it down here. I mean, what's better in Florida? That's where like all the people from Jersey end up eventually, I think. Right? They have names for us down there. So that's where we all
Dad's
end
from
up.
New York originally, so
It's gorgeous. See? Oh my God, you're from here? I didn't know that. Yeah. How long ago did you get away from here? That was smart, by the way.
Oh wait, what was that? Sorry.
I said you were from New York. He
Oh,
said, how long ago did you move
from
down
New
to
York. Oh, I thought you were saying I was from New Jersey. No.
Oh no, God no.
No, I grew up in Queens, in New York, and then I went to the University of Miami and stayed in Florida.
There it is. That was a great stay. Great move, by the way. Have you been to Queens since, by any chance?
Go back once in a while. I still have relatives up there.
Really, you go through all the madness of the bridges and stuff. The traffic around here is absolutely bananas. It is no joke. I'm 15 minutes from New York, whereas I'm 2 hours from Atlantic City, where everybody would think, I live in Atlantic City just based on the videos and stuff. I'm not. I'm closer to the city than anything else. I'm looked at as a city boy. I'm looked at as a Benny. They have names for us up here. Yeah, it's not a nice place to be anymore. Not good, Steve.
I enjoyed visiting there, but I'm glad I don't live there anymore.
That's it. That's what it's all about. That's how it goes with all of this stuff, to be honest. Oh man, I can't wait to get down to Florida now. However, I do hope to see you guys at G2E. Do you plan on being there?
No, we're gonna be there. Me and my fiance Holly. We're actually gonna be there the week after. We're not gonna be there for G2E this year.
That makes me sad. It does.
Yeah,
really does. How about you, Steve? Will you be floating around out there? I'll look for you.
I will not be there, but we're working on. We have a new idea. Well, I have a new idea.
Nice.
And I'm sort of forcing on Matt here, but
it could be a good idea.
We're taking. It's a different approach to a slot playing channel, and I think it's got a possibility, but we're trying to do something completely different. And within the next month or so, we hope to get it out there. So it's a secret for now, our little secret project. But
nobody knows about it, and that's that. We'll keep it right here, and you let me know once all of that stuff does come to fruition. Please let me know, man. I'd share it and be all about it. When it comes to anybody creator wise, and especially guys like yourself, they're so informative. I really think a lot more people should know about you guys. That 203,000 should be well into the millions. Because of gambling is a very, very serious thing that I feel like everybody does. I can only imagine what the numbers are population wise. So you guys, I have a feeling that there needs to be way more, 3 more zeros on the end of that number right now, and you guys could be so helpful to the world out there and the population out there to just help them just stretch the bankroll a little bit, not make money per se, but just stretch the bankroll a little bit, enjoy yourself a little bit more, because that's what it's about. Get those comms, get those, whatever it may be. So, you guys are pillars of the community. Like I said, I'll keep saying it.
Well, thanks. We try and tell people not to be ploppies. You know what a ploppy is, I assume?
I don't. We're going to find out right now, Steve.
There's an old term. I think it was Frank Scobletti, a gaming writer. I think he coined that term, a ploppy. A ploppy is someone who goes into the casino, plops down, probably at a slot machine, and has no idea what they're doing and just plays. They don't
doing
bother
that stuff.
Strategy. They don't bother learning comms. They don't bother learning anything. They just go in there and plop down. So you don't want to be a ploppy. You want to be an educated gambler. The more you know, the smarter you are about gambling, the better off you will be in the long run.
That's right. That is correct, and we all know that. It's about the long game when it comes to those numbers too. That playing blackjack, craps, whatever it may be. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not a 10-minute process here. This is something over a long amount of time playing the odds and stuff like that. So very informative, very good. And check that. You guys have. Give me all the plugs, all the websites, all the YouTube channels, everything you guys got. I want everybody to hear it, share it all over the place. Make sure when this interview does officially drop on SlotsFan, grab that video, guys, share it out to your people as well, and get the world to really know who you guys are now. I think it's time.
Okay, two websites: thejackpotgents.com and AmericanCasinoGuidebook.com. Matt,
I think we pretty much covered everything there.
The two YouTube channels.
Oh yeah, duh. The two YouTube channels are the same thing: American Casino Guidebook and the Jackpot Gents.
Hopefully with a third one coming, maybe.
Yes,
I know what it sounds like.
We're working on it, and hopefully
we'll
be back for another interview to talk about that one.
Oh, see, now that's what I like to hear. You know what, though? However, I would love for that interview to maybe be in person next time, whether it's in Hollywood, Atlantic City, whatever it may be. Hopefully I get to hang out with you guys and really have a good time and really talk about, everything too. Us as creators, all we can do is learn from each other. I didn't get into pros and cons with you guys. I can imagine there being different pros and cons for you guys because you are not just playing slot machines. You're doing this video poker. There's a lot of verbiage that goes in, a lot of strategy, a lot of variables. Lots and lots of stuff. So,
we could go on a whole nother hour about pros and cons of a YouTube channel.
In 5 minutes, being a channel, remember, all of the pros and cons seem to be the same with all of the channels it's the recording process, getting approval, being able to holding onto your bankroll, making people happy. However, with you guys as these video poker enthusiasts, I feel like there are different pros and cons. Can you give them to me real quick? Because I feel like that's important here.
Matt?
Well, so I would say the pros and cons are you got to balance. Like, because we were talking earlier how my dad likes the jacks are better, which we said could be boring. But, the thing is, on a low volatility game, your swings are going to be a lot lower. Where on a high volatility game, you're going to have huge swings. You got to find an easy medium between a game where you're not going to have crazy swings. Like, we had a $40,000 swing in our results for the year playing these crazy games. Try to find a game that's a little less crazy, but that still has enough appeal to your audience. I would say is the hardest part there is balancing the pros and cons of a game that is bankroll friendly versus a game that is audience friendly.
Yeah, you have the odds stacked again. You using that funny verbiage. You do have the odds stacked against you because I'm sure the numbers can only compare the variety of slot machines out there compared to the variety of video poker machines out there. Mm-hmm. You definitely, do not have as many things to choose from as I do when I walk in. I can sit anywhere. My audience can hate it. They really don't like all of these newer machines, but they're getting used to it. I can hit a major jackpot. That's fun. So I have that availability. Just boom, do that. You guys have to specifically keep it here, and say, all right, do they have Ultimate X here? Do they have, this double bonus? Luckily, the Game Kings do usually have, all of those varieties of games. But as a creator, a 203,000 subscriber creator, I'm sure you've played those games 10 times over, so it's very hard to get that new variety. I get it. Yeah, definitely. I can see that.
The only thing I'd like to add is that in addition to the volatility of the game that you're playing, you also have these multi-hand games that throw in even more volatility, whether it's Ultimate X. Ultimate X bonus streak is even more streakier and more volatile than Ultimate X. You have some of these. Sometimes we play 100 play. You can bet,
$125.
$125
spin on a game that's normally $1.25 a spin.
Normally we play about $25 a spin. So we do make. I mean, they're not inexpensive spins, but the volatility of the game you choose, coupled with the volatility of the particular machine, can make it extremely volatile. So that explains why we were down 20,000 then we were up 20,000. I think right now we're still up about 7,000 for the year.
Yeah,
so hopefully we can hang on until the end of the year.
6,800 on the last video I edited.
How much?
6,800. I think we were still up for the year.
Around 7,000.
Okay. So now you got a couple more months. So you just got to hold it together. You're almost there, right? Yep. Almost there. 2-year streak you said so far,
fingers
right?
Crossed,
yeah, fingers crossed.
We have a lucky rock that we bring in once in a while.
When
things are looking bad.
Break out the big guns.
Oh wait, I have the lucky rock. Do you want me to go bring the lucky rock?
100%. You have to bring the lucky rock and follow you because
you get the lucky rock. I'll be right back. All right. And then I guess we'll cut this out while he's going to get the lucky rock.
No, why, Matt? Why would we cut it out?
Cut out the dead space between. Who knows how long it's going to take him to find it.
There's not going to be any dead. You know what I could do? Watch this. Hold on. Watch this. Here's something cool. Oh no, because then if I remove them, I don't know if it removes them permanently. Let me not mess with anything. I said I'll take him off the screen. I'll put me and you could be at them. Look at that.
There he is. All right, he's back with the lucky rock.
I have it with a green screen behind me. Let's see, and it's a green rock.
Hold it in front of your face.
Hopefully you can see this. Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
Our lucky 4-leaf clover rock.
That's it.
Do you guys have that with you? Do you have that with you every time?
Not every time. No. If we're on a bad losing streak, though, we break out the big guns.
Break out the big guns. Okay, I respect that, man. There's nothing. That's cool. That's really cool, man. It's something you're going to pass down too for generations, I'm sure. So that
Matt likes to talk about those. It's entertainment. It's fun. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes it more fun for you, just go with it.
Absolutely.
We know that's not going to change anything, in the grand scheme, but it's a joke we have. We have fun breaking it out and wiggling it around on screen. So if it's anything that's going to give you more fun, you might as well do it.
Why wouldn't you, right? And that is the point of those casinos. Like you said, it's entertainment. It's entertainment, right? Make it fun. Make it fun for yourself. But that's where that common sense comes in. Deep down inside. But that's not why you're doing it. That's dad and son stuff and the lucky rock and all that. That's awesome to keep that and hold on to it. I got nothing. You know what I mean? I go to the casino. I expect to lose. I'm miserable. I go in there. I leave. It's one of those. I'm not a ploppy, obviously. Well, definitely not. Can't be a ploppy now. I really gotta, think about my next move when it comes to. I might start playing some video poker a little bit more. Like,
you should. I'll come up and teach you how to do it.
We're gonna end up at the craps table. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're going to be like, there's 100x. There's 100x, behind the pass there. Come on, 100x odds. You want to go jam that table out. Do they have craps in Hollywood?
They just got it at the Seminole Hard Rock,
right, yeah.
I'd say, 3 months ago? Something like that. Before that, they were legally only allowed to have card games. They weren't allowed to have anything with the wheel or dice, but they changed their agreement with the state and just got it a few months ago.
They're growing. They're growing. They're going to be growing.
It's like a real Vegas casino now.
Here we go, man. And it's just going to keep getting better and better. These places are going to be built. Who's trying to outdo the other one? Whereas now this is where the pro come in of being this content creator stuff. And hopefully it really, really grabs, at some point where people are begging us to come there, is we're going to see some of the nicest casinos being built. Who's outdoing the next one? We're going to get to, witness all of that, which is pretty damn cool. Whereas my parents, they're still, we're going to the Golden Nugget. We're playing, old school triple diamonds. We don't care. We're staying there. It's local. And to see it build and just see what it could become. I hope AC begins to do something. They keep going like this. I don't know what's going on down there. It used to be such a beautiful place, Steve. When was the last time you were there in Atlantic City?
Had to be about maybe 8 years ago, I think.
Okay, even then it was kind of that. But but once COVID hit, see ya. That was the end of everything. You can only get room service on certain days. Now, like, what are we doing here? I can't. I work at all hours. I might need some chicken wings at 2:00 in the morning. You never know. Sometimes we need that availability. I can't go get a sandwich from a gift shop. What are we doing here? So that's where but everything went downhill. It's still not back to normal. That's for, a whole nother day. I will say this, I first of all, thank you guys, for, the time that you've graced me with on the both of you, the information that you have provided not only me with, but now an entire community. And now, again, hopefully the website and everything else gets out there a little bit more, and you can be educating even more people than you can imagine on a daily basis. I wish you the best with your endeavors. Thank you very much to the both of you. And one more time, plug those channels and websites for the people.
All right. TheJackpotGents.com, AmericanCasinoGuidebook.com.
Hit it, Matt.
And YouTube.com/@TheJackpotGents and YouTube.com/@American Casino Guidebook.
We're not.
Thank you for having us, NJ.
Thank you for seriously joining. I'm sitting here with a channel that is closing in on 250,000 subscribers. That is big to a lot of people that are going to see this. They're used to, a lot smaller of numbers of these channels, especially the ones that are coming in. So to have a channel of your stature here, not only that, but also providing all of the information, gambling responsibly. People need to hear that. This is fun. Everything I do is fun. It's entertainment. It's degenerate, all this and that. But at the end of the day, protect yourself. And yes, I think you guys really do promote that very, very well. And third time I'm going to say it, I think you guys are pillars of this community, and it needs to get out there more. So thank you again, guys. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's great talking to you. Can't wait to see you in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, baby.